Okay, so it's time to go back to Cortex Cloud and see if there's been any new captures added recently that are worth checking out. So I do this every few months, kind of go through some of the ones that have been added and see if there's anything that stands out. Check a few things out and try them out and see if they sound good. And so here we are in Cortex Cloud. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Captures, and I'm going to go to all the latest captures. So let's go ahead and we want to look at the past 3 months. We want guitar. And let's start out by looking at just amps. We want to sort by popularity. So we'll see what we got. Well, we got some of these Pete Thorne captures that he released a while back. So let's go ahead and we'll grab 1 or 2 of these. Let's just go ahead and grab Plexi and grab this one. I'm going to skip some of the UAFX stuff. We'll grab this Deluxe Reverb from David Beebe. I'll grab this one. Let's scroll down a little further into and see if we can find anything interesting. Let's try this Amp Guru Super Lead. What this is. We'll try this one. All right, so let's go back up. Let's change our filters. Now let's look for combo amps. Let's see what we can get here. We'll skip those for now. Dumbles are always interesting to check out. Check the Vibro Champ. I don't know what this is, so we'll check it out. And last but not least, let's go back here and we'll get rid of the combo amps. We'll just do amp and cab and see what we can get here. We'll try this Victory. Duchess. We'll try this one. That's kind of interesting. Try this PRS one. Try this Benson. We'll try this Steve Morse one. And try this high watt. So we've got a good set of captures. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add these to a preset, and then we'll see how they sound. Now I have the captures added to a preset, and let's go ahead and start checking them out. So this preset, I have all the captures that are kind of combo and also amp plus cab. So we'll start with the amp plus cab. So this one is a Benson Monarch, which is a great sounding amp. I have a capture pack from Amalgam on this amp, and it sounds really good. So let's go ahead and hear how this capture sounds. So if you see the way the preset's set up, it's pretty straightforward. I just have all the captures lined up, and then on the end I have a little bit of delay and reverb. I got the mixes really low, so we're not overpowering how the captures sound. So we turn on the capture and hear how it sounds. So a little low in volume. Let's go ahead and put that up a little bit. So nice sounding amp. It is perfectly edge of breakup. A little bit dark. We can give it a little more treble. And maybe a better way to do is maybe pull back a little bit of the bass. So let's hear how it sounds if you crank up the gain. Gets a little bit flubby, but maybe we just push it just a little bit. So it definitely sounds better when you keep the gain down a little bit. But overall, it's a pretty good capture. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm not exactly what this is. Let's hear what it sounds like. So definitely more gain. It's a good amount of volume too. Let's pull the gain back a little bit. So overall, good sounding capture. Little top heavy for my tastes, so pull that back just a little bit. Maybe on a darker guitar it would sound good. Yeah, pulling the treble back I think works pretty well. So a good kind of high gain capture, definitely worth checking out if that's your thing. Moving on. So this is the new Steve Morse ENGL amp. Yeah. It's not very smooth. Yeah, not really my favorite there. We'll move on. Fender Tremolux. Very quiet. So this is a nice sounding clean tone. So a nice clean tone. And what do we got here? Super Sheriff. So this is going to be kind of a Plexi kind of tone. It's not a bad tone. Maybe we pull back the gain just a little bit. And here we've got a Super Duchess. So if you're not familiar with the Victory lineup, the Super lineups, those are the kind of full-size amps. I think they're 100 watts. So the Super Sheriff is the Plexi version of that, and the Super Duchess is kind of more of a clean platform. I'm not sure it's Fender-y, but it's, I think it tended to be kind of in that Fender high watt, even into Dumble kind of thing. A nice tone there. I wonder if we pull back the gain and add a little volume. And try to keep the clean a little more pure. Pretty good. And last but not least, PRS Custom 50. I don't know a lot about this amp. Again, pretty quiet capture. Maybe we try a little more gain. Let's compare that to the Duchess. So a little more warmth than the Duchess one had. I think I like the PRS one a little bit better. All right, let's move on to the combo. So the difference here, it's a minor difference, but you know, these ones that are purple, these are a head with a cabinet, and these are actual combo amps. So typically these are, you're going to see like here more Fenders and things like that in the combos. This could use a little more. Too much gain though. Let's go ahead and hear what this sounds like if we crank the gain up. Yeah, it's pretty flubby. I think this one's better as a clean tone. I think it's actually better kind of in that. Which leads me to think, if we go back to this PRS, I wonder how this one does if you crank it. Not too bad, but I think overall it's better the way it was. All right, let's move on. Vibro champ. It's a little too high. Yeah, not my favorite. Maybe if we push the gain a little bit. Yeah, let's move on. Dumble Enigmatic mid-gain. Good amount of gain there. What if we push the gain even more? I think it's better maybe with less gain. And then here's a clean version. It's a little too clean. I think I'm still preferring the PRS. If we hear that back to back. Definitely the Dumble one has some more warmth to it. But all right, let's check out this one. Oh, this has a good chunk more gain to it. Not sure, it might be the cab on this. I mean, higher gain stuff, I tend to prefer to use captures that require a separate IR. I feel like you can get more flexibility that way. And this one, again, maybe like the other one, if we bring the treble down just a little bit, add a little more gain to it. That sounds pretty good. All right. So those are the captures that have cabs, so combos and with cabs. So now we're going to flip over to, these are the captures that are just the amp. So they're just DI. There's no cabinet included. You got to put an IR with it. And so I got a few IR options here that we can check out. A lot of times I'll use this mix of Fender IRs from Amalgam. I also have one that's a mix of Marshall IRs. That's the one that's on right now. And then I've got this Mesa Boogie 4x12 with V30s. A lot of times I use this for kind of gainier stuff. But going through what these captures are, I think the Marshall cab might be the best starting point. So let's go ahead and start this out. So, so this looks like it's actually a mix of a Marshall with a tube screamer in front of it. Let's hear it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and so definitely a lot of gain there. What if we pull back the gain a little bit? Let's pull it back a lot. See what we get. Oh, that's really bad. Let's go the other way. Let's go ahead and crank the gain all the way up. So definitely it's got that kind of higher gain amp with the tube screamer in front of it kind of sound. Let's go ahead and swap out this Marshall cabinet for the V30. So definitely with the V30s, with kind of that little bit of a rounder, warmer tone from the IR and the more mid-focused, I think it handles that tone a little better. the Marshall cab, there's way more top end. I don't know. I think it's an interesting comparison. I'm not sure which I would go with. I think I like the V30 better, but either one could work. If we go ahead and move on, so this is this is the Pete Thorne one. This is a new batch that he put out. So this is just kind of a plexi tone. Nice kind of glassy strat tone with this. That's a nice, just straight ahead Marshall kind of tone. Nice, I like it. And this is another one of the Pete Thornes. Bring down the gain just a little bit on this one. That was pretty good. Let's add a little bit more gain. Let's see how this sounds then. It's a little bit dark when you add gain to it. So I think I prefer this kind of at the kind of like it there. And what do we got here? Again, I'm not quite sure what this is. This kind of sounds a little Marshall-y too. Nice. This is a good sounding amp. I don't want to try this. So I'm going to switch out to this PRS with humbuckers. Nice. Since I got the humbuckers out, let's go back to think I like this one the best. And last but not least, we have a Deluxe Reverb. Interesting. Pull the gain back a little bit. So, not bad. You know, if we compare that to kind of the favorite clean tone I had on this one was the PRS. Just bring this down a little bit here. That does sound pretty good. Maybe we'll let's switch out for the 2x12 caps. That sounds nice. So I think I would definitely use these 2x12 IRs with that capture. So, I mean, overall, I think there's some good captures in here. My favorites being that PRS Custom, and then on these, I like this this mic stringers. That's a good one too. So, I mean, overall, some good stuff. I'll make these presets available on my Cortex Cloud account, so you can grab them, and when you grab the presets, you'll get the captures as well, and you can check them out. The IRs from Amalgam may not come with a preset. I'll put the link in the description to the page in Amalgam that has the free IR pack, and I believe all of these IRs are in that pack. So I hope you found some captures in here maybe that you want to try out, and as always, thanks for watching.